Hello my YouTube friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my dimly lit kitchen, where today I'm going to share with you the secrets for flawless digestion. But seriously, I've been getting a lot of requests to do more recipe videos and more what I eat in a day videos, and I'm a little bit sick of what I eat in a day videos, but recipe videos, I got you covered. So I want to share this recipe with you today. This is my new favorite breakfast that I came up with a couple weeks ago. I got the idea when I was making a batch of ginger and molasses cookies, the recipe I got from Minimalist Baker. I thought, I love this ginger and molasses flavor. Can I make this into like a healthy breakfast option? So I created this. And honestly, I have picky, sensitive, finicky digestion. I have IBS. If I eat the wrong thing, if I eat most things, I'll get quite bloated. It's basically just a degree on how bloated I will get depending on what I eat. But this meal, minimal bloating. It's very satisfying. It's a higher fat, but it's just like the best fats. Like the fats that are in this, my body are just like, give me those healthy fats. It loves it. And there's buckwheat, chia seeds, oats in here. It's just delicious, and like I said, just is very anti-inflammatory, very soothing for the digestive tract. My dad also has a very sensitive stomach, similar issues, and then when I was visiting him, I started making him a version of this, and he said that his stomach felt a lot calmer and felt a lot more settled. So if you have a sensitive digestive tract and you get bloated really easily, try this recipe. You're gonna love it. It tastes delicious, and it's so good for you. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna make the base first, and these are the ingredients that go in the base. So in your blender, you're gonna put some soy milk or any other nut milk, and I'm gonna write all of the directions and ingredients and quantities in the description box, so just check down there. So I like to use soy milk because I like the creaminess of it, I like the flavor, I like the protein in it. However, if you're not a soy fan, you can use any other plant milk. And to make it even cleaner, even more easy to digest, you could skip the plant milk and make your own like hemp milk by blending 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds with about 1.5 cups of water. Okay, so then I'm also going to be using flax seeds, and if you don't have a Vitamix or like a good blender, I would use ground flax. I'm going to be using blackstrap molasses. We've got some cinnamon, some ginger, a whole apple, and I'm going to be blending the whole apple because I, for some reason, don't digest apple very well. It's odd, actually. It's the only fruit that I don't really digest very well. I've actually seen like chunks of it in the toilet after. So yes, I'm definitely not digesting it. Sorry if that's TMI, but this is a video about good digestion. So I hope you understand. Anyways, okay, and then the last thing is I'm using the Livwell vanilla bean protein powder. I also have used the chocolate flavor in this recipe, and it's delicious as well. If you're interested in trying this, I am an affiliate for this, and there is a discount code in the description, so check there for that. And if you also are sensitive to stevia, this brand also has a plain flavor that is just the protein powder, no stevia, no flavors. Or again, just leave the protein powder out if you're very sensitive. All right, so I've got everything in my blender now. I'm just going to blend it up. And guys, if you are one of those people who doesn't like molasses, that is okay, because I'm one of those people too. And this is literally the only recipe that I actually like molasses in, other than in like ginger and molasses cookies. Like, I don't really like blackstrap molasses, but I always wanted to find a way to eat them because I know that they're so good for you. They're really high in iron and other minerals, so I've always really wanted to incorporate them into my diet, but I've never really been able to because I just don't like the taste. But yeah, this way is good. Okay, so next you're gonna want to get a jar with a lid or some sort of container. I'm just gonna use this jar here, and you're just going to pour your liquidy base mixture into the jar. I feel like I could have used a little bit more liquid in this batch. It's pretty thick. Maybe I'll add a little bit more. Maybe I'll add some almond milk at the end. We'll see. So yeah, I always just kind of wing this recipe. So the quantities down below are just kind of my estimates of what I usually put in. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the oats. I'm gonna put the oats in first. I usually use about half a cup of oats. Just gonna put that in there. Give it a little stirry stir. Get in there, oats, mingle. Okay, yeah, it's looking a little dry, so I'm gonna add a tiny bit of almond milk. You do want it pretty liquidy because the oats and the chia and the buckwheat, they're all gonna absorb a lot of liquid, and I kind of like it, you know, nice and liquidy. Okay, next I'm gonna put in the chia seeds, and there is like a method to the order that I'm putting them in, because if I put the buckwheat groats in first, they'll all sink to the bottom, but if I put the oats and the chia in first, they'll kind of create a matrix for the buckwheat to like settle in. So I'm putting in 2.5-ish tablespoons of chia seeds. I'm gonna stir it around again. And then, it's pretty stirred. The final step is to add the buckwheat groats, and I usually use about 1/4 cup of buckwheat. Pop it in there. Oh, didn't get them all. And again, stir it up. Okay guys, this is sort of what it should look like when you're done it. See, it's pretty liquidy, but as you can see, this is the one I made last night, that I'm gonna eat this morning. I'm gonna eat this one tomorrow. This one absorbed a lot of the liquid, and it's quite thick. It's like a thick porridge, but it's not cooked. It was just left overnight in the fridge. So once this is all, you know, stirred up and combined nicely, you just kind of want to make sure it's evenly mixed up. Then you're just going to put a lid on it and put it in the fridge overnight, or for at least 2 or 3 hours. Trust me, you're going to be very happy in the morning when you wake up and you see this waiting for you in your fridge. Alright guys, well now that I'm done prepping tomorrow's breakfast, I get to eat today's breakfast. And yeah, obviously I already know what it tastes like, but I always like watching people's recipe videos and watching them try their food at the end, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take a little bite this time so that I don't have a huge mouthful. Ginger and molasses cookies. If you like those ginger and molasses cookies from Starbucks, you're gonna love this overnight oats version of this recipe. So give this recipe a try. I really think you're gonna love it. I really think it's going to make your stomach feel really good. It's gonna make you feel very nourished and satisfied. Through a lot of trial and error, I have found that these 3 foods, chia seeds, buckwheat, and flax seeds, are the absolute most healing and most soothing things for my stomach and for my digestion. It doesn't matter whether I'm on the more like constipated side of having IBS, or if I'm like having diarrhea or like looser stools. This combination, the flax, the chia, the buckwheat, it just calms everything and creates a nice regular bowel movement and eliminates cramps, eliminates bloating. I don't know, I just can't sing the praises enough, so honestly, just try it. If you like this recipe, feel free to check out my ebook. It's a recipe book with 18 vegan, high protein, whole foods, obviously it's plant-based, it's a vegan cookbook, nutrient dense, simple, you know, easy, cheap ingredients, nothing fancy, just my regular kind of like staple meals. If you're interested, I will leave the link to that in the description. The book is called This Is How I Eat, and it's literally just how I eat. This recipe isn't in there, but the next time I do a recipe book, this is definitely going in there. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'm just gonna eat my breakfast now. Oh, before I go, I actually just wanted to update any of you guys who have been following my like skin and gut health journey with my psoriasis or whatever. I just want to give you guys a little skin health update. So my skin is actually, I'd say it's the best it's been in a really long time. I usually in the wintertime have like, my hands are like covered with like flaking skin. Don't have any of that right now. I have this one little spot here on my palm, which is like barely anything. Like it's usually a lot bigger and flakier, barely anything. And my elbows, like if you watch the last, I think the video from like a year ago or whenever last I've made a video about showing my skin, it looked a lot worse. Let's see if I can focus that. So here we go. This is my skin right now on my elbow. Like, it doesn't look that great, but honestly, this is a lot better. And what can I attribute this to? Just let me hear. Hi. So I haven't really been doing anything different. I'm not putting any creams or anything on it. I basically just decided to not give a fuck anymore, and I've decided to really focus on lowering my stress level in my life, and I think that that has helped me a lot. I'm still eating a pretty whole foods clean diet, although I still am allowing myself to have some junk food, just not as much as I was having before when my skin was really bad. But I haven't eliminated it completely, but I've really like decreased the amount of stress in my life. I haven't actually changed anything in my life. I've just decreased the perceived stress. So I've just told myself, like, I just don't give a fuck anymore, and not in a bad way. I'm like a over worrier. I like stress, I worry, I think about the future, I like analyze, I strategize, and not in a healthy way. So I've just kind of like stopped doing that a lot. Like, I've taken it down a lot. I've just been working on really just lowering my stress and anxiety, and I think that's really what has been helping my skin the most. Just honestly, not giving too many fucks anymore. I hope this video is still monetizable, since I think I've said the F word 3 times in it now. And okay, now this is really gonna be the last thing before I end this video. There's still a couple spots left for our Hawaii Sun, Fun, and Fitness Retreat. Just a reminder, it's February 6th to the 13th. Megan and I are hosting in Kona, Hawaii, on the Big Island. It's gonna be a week of, you know, fun workouts, exploring the island, going hiking, going snorkeling, swimming in the ocean, taking surfing lessons, drinking kava, just exploring, and just having a great time eating delicious whole foods, plant-based, vegan food, and just chilling. There's gonna be a lot of chill time and a lot of time to just kind of like de-stress, which I think we all kind of need. So if you're interested in coming to our retreat, the website with all the info and prices and application form is in the description box. I would love to see you there. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah, bye.